account will be me, Azzuddin, Engineer Azzuddin, and Engineer Muhammad Harasha from the production, and Anan will be with us. Mr. Anan also, not Anan. Inshallah, we will start now, huh? شو شبكتهم؟
لا بيصير كيف
موصل هذا طويل.
وصل
يا الله
كيف التسليم.
طب وين مع الثاني؟
اوكي اوكي اوكي.
طلع تقول لي اوكي
لما مش شايف اي شيء شغال اصلا فيها.
عبثا تحاول ربما. انا كرقية هي الريموت الكنترول يا زلمه.
ما وين الباور تاعه؟
باور ايش؟
شغال
وصلنا باور.
بلاش مع الجماعه سيبك من
Okay, sir. For the attendance process, please scan the QR and tell everyone to scan it.
شو ليش سكان لشو؟ بوز سكان لشو بده؟
سكان الكيو ار كود مشان
كل ما جاي يقول لي ما فيش مصاري، اطلع حسين اشوف وين.
روح برزل.
عمرك بتشوف الكود؟
شفته ذيك المره بس. فايش
خلص بقى. It's okay with this code, sir. You can proceed.
Okay, so today we will be starting the production. So
Yes.
for the production, today's agenda is item master creation, manufacturing setup, work center, machine center, calendar, routing and routing templates.
Okay.
So have everyone scanned the QR?
I did. Mr.
Ananton.
Me and Mr. Anano, we did this one. If you want,
So please tell the
Mr.
production.
Harash will be here.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Please
لا
tell
ما
the production team
بس ما في
also.
وصلة، ما فيش وصلة. لا والله كل
ما في وصلة كهرباء. ايش اسوي؟
يلا
ليش انت ليش طلبت مني ارجع الكود؟
ما طلب منك.
It's okay with this code, sir.
Okay, sir.
علاء والله تليفونك يا حبيبي بس.
مش كان في وصلة هون. كان في وصلة.
يعني انت شايف اللي بس باخذ شغله بيحتاجها، اللي بيحتاج شغله بيجي باخذها.
Hello, can we start, sir?
Production planner.
Yeah. So this is the available roles here.
The role of people here will be production planner. Excuse me, can we check that the users has been created there in this database? I have assigned them the appropriate license. Can we check the users? I will check from my side because I have access. But I think for production users need to be created so they can practice what they are going to learn.
Yes, sir. Here you can create the users.
Okay. Shall I send the users to Shruti or who?
Mr. Anand, there are one user is created for Mohanad Murabi and Muhammad Harashe, and Shami Krishnan.
Yes.
There are
Yes,
three
but
users of production.
uh,
Can you?
I can't see their usernames there in the database user center.
No. My screen is shared. I am opening the list of users.
Uh-huh.
Users. So these are the list of users. I think there are three users of production. One is Mohammed Harshe, Mohanad
Yes.
Murabi, and Shami Krishnan. There are three users of production.
3 users besides Azzuddin, the fourth one.
I don't see. Can you name the fourth one?
Azzuddin, I will send you the full list.
Okay, yeah. As in now the user is created here. Okay, we have full production.
Full list will be on your WhatsApp account now.
Yes, we have all 4 users. I will provide the permission set of production to all these 4 users.
Did you get there?
Yes, these all users are available in the system. Azaldin is there, Harsha is there, Shami Krishnan is there, and Mohanad Al Murabi is there.
But I cannot see them here. Am I have the same access like you?
Yes, you can also, sir. Can you share your screen?
Okay, wait.
Hmm.
يقولوا لي احكي لنا انا بدك الوصول لا منيح والله انت يعني وتخليني افقد اعصابي.
انا اسمع، انا صايم، بس هسه انا بقول لك انا شو في النهايه، تحب اقول لك انا شو في
Can
النهايه؟
you
ترى
close
بقول لك
this
والله
window
انا كثير محترم.
and
بس
open
انت
again?
مش كويس، اسمح لي بعد اذنك، خلينا اكسكيوز مي شروطي، اسمح لي مش كويس بعدين بدك انت كل مره بتجيني بدور انتقاد، انت جاي تعلمني شغلي، هذا شغلك، اسمح لي. لا اسمح لي، ترفع صوتك وانت بتحكي معي لو سمحت، وانت بتحكي معي لا ترفع صوتك، وانت بتحكي معي لا انا عارف شغلي كويس، ما بتيجي انت تعلمني شغلي، ماشي؟ عارف شغلي كويس، لا تعلمني شغلك كل يوم انت بتشبك من كمبيوترك، ليش اليوم جيتني من هون؟ ما بعرف انا حضرتك تجيني هون. ثانيا كل واحد فيهم معه تابو، كل واحد فيهم معه ليه؟ لما انا بشتغل لما انا بشتغل تعالوا مشان كل واحد اذا كان المستعمل تشتغل بالمستعمل يا ابوي مشان انت قلت لي عندي شغل برضه انا اللي بدي لا ما في شغل، مش شغل هاي مش حاجه مش شغلتي هذا والشغل غلط، معناته لما بقرها لما بقرها انت بتعمل في لا بدك انا بقدر كل واحد وسائل التواصل المتاحه، كل وسائل التواصل المتاحه ببعث لك اياها رسمي على الايميل، رديت ما رديتش انت حر. لما انا بحاكي مع الشباب تعالوا مشان كل واحد ياخذ يوزر وباسورد ما نقعش بالموقف هذا اللي احنا فيه، وتيجي تشتغل تعلمني شغلي. اجهز قاعه وصلت كهرباء 100 واحد اخذها، بروح ادور ورا انت شو ما بدك اياها. طيب بتحبي نحضر؟ تحبي نقعد؟ خلص زي ما ان شاء الله عمري حاضر زي ما بدك طيب المشهد زي ما بدك طيب المشهد زي ما بدك طيب المشهد انت ما بتجيب براحتك. طيب ماشي. راح 10 6 ريال ما تشتري. لا انا ما حدا بيحكي معي بالطريقه هاي من مكان، هو اذا بفكر انه انا بمرقها للحسيني، لما الحسيني بيحكي معي بالطريقه هاي هذا غير، هذا مدير. بس انت لا. شكراً. ماشي. Sorry everyone for interruption, some discussions with my colleagues here.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah,
Anand, you are
Shruti,
checking.
excuse me,
Yes.
just I need 10 minutes to arrange something with
Okay.
Mr. Azzuddin.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can start now. Me and engineer Mohammed Harashi are on the same PC, Azzuddin on his own device.
Okay, sir. Has everyone scanned the QR of attendance?
Yes.
Okay. So this is production planner role profile. This is how it looks like. So here we can see the action buttons and the queues. In the action button, there is a production order where we can see form plan, rework form plan, release, manual released, rework, RPO, closed form, finished production order. And here's the production design where we can see the PDIs, FG PDIs, sample PDIs, items,
Your
production
screen
items.
is not shown here at my site, sir.
Okay. Wait a second.
Share your screen, please.
Is it visible? Hello.
Yes, it's okay now.
Okay. So this is the production planner role profile, where we can see the action buttons and the queues, the production order action buttons, a firm plan, rework firm plan, release production order, and all, and the also the PDIs, the FG PDI, sample PDI items, production items, and all the items here we can see scheduling, publish scheduling, and so on. So this is also the action buttons. But for the today's agenda is to create an item. For the item creation, we go in the production design action button and click on all items. So all the item list that is present in the system appears here. And for creating a new FG item or any item, we create from here new and drop down. By selecting the drop down, we can choose item wizard. Through item wizard, we create item. So this is item wizard page where you can see the item category code. So in the item category code, we choose the category you want to create the item. So all the category appears here and we choose from here. So we want to create an FG item through the category and get template. Choose the get template. So all the templates related to the FG item appears here in the line. So the customer number, FG description, box model, ply, flute. So for the customer number, select the customer. This is the prospect.
Excuse me, sir. For the creation of these items, here we are in the production module. Do you think that this is the responsibility of a production department, or we can assign it to the warehouse or sales department? Because creating such items here in our situation currently is not assigned to the production department.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a responsibility of both production department and the sales team. Sales team will create, but production team also should know the creation of item in the system and how they can update the item and the related to setups like attribute setups and FG related or other item category setups.
Yeah, maybe we can set that like the sales team is creating the item, but the production department is modifying the attributes.
Yeah.
But creating the item itself is the responsibility of sales department. Some attributes has to be modified by the production department
Yes.
as per production planning or as per production techniques.
Yes, so we can say that this is a joint responsibility of sales and production team. That's why we have included this in the production department.
So it is a joint responsibility. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Joint.
Okay. Okay, so he will explain the setup also. First, he is try explain you the creation of item wizard, then how to update if want to change any model or any description in the item. Then he will let you know the process of updating item. Then the setup part like item category, their attributes and their master values. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. For the item wizard, in the item wizard, we get these templates and select according to the need. So for the FG description, we can choose any description or if you want to write a new description, like we can here write a new description like new test box RSC. So it appears here. You can choose it from here and it appears in the description. So for the box model, we select all the types of box available in the system. So the RSC model, the HSC model, the die cut model. So first let's select the RSC model, which is model number 0201. And for the ply, for 2 ply or 3 ply or 5 ply, let's select 3 ply. Any flute which is required, we have to fill here, P-type flute. What will be the box type? So here we have selected the model 0201, so it should be RSC. And what will be the length of the box? So let's select 320 mm. 250 mm is the box width and the height 150. Box joint, how we are joining the box, like it should be glue or stitching.
كيف الطريقة يعني؟ دقيقة.
But Mr. Rishab, this is not correct. I think if I need to create some item like this, it should come from the sales order it should come from the sales order, not from me. How can it's depends on what I will create this one.
It is just for the information for the production team, like what are the field and what are the values you are putting here. Like we have to know about the length, width, and height. We production team should also know the length, what will be the length, width, and height. And if there will be changes, they can update this item later.
Nobody can change this one. Only the salesperson or sales department. Why the production guy will make this one? It's not the responsibility of production. And this one, this one can you will modify a job order or production order. Who will be the responsible? I think that the responsible guy will be the sales team, not the production team. Nobody knows this. Nobody knows this information. Only the salesperson knows this one.
Okay, sir.
And this should be like this item should be come from the sales order from our clients. Only I will create this one with I will give them a sales order and they will give me this one.
Okay, sir. Then we will start with the production related setups only. Then let's forget this. So for production related setup, first we need to know about the manufacturing setup. So this is the manufacturing setup page where we see that all the setup related to the production.
Excuse me, sir. Here, what do we mean when we say manufacturing setup? What does it mean exactly?
Manufacturing setup, this is basically related to the production of the item. Like how we are producing the item, what setup we should do, what routing template we should choose, like what board template we should choose.
Yes,
what will be the
so manufacturing setup is related to manufacturing a single item for an individual process. We don't talk here about a strategy or policy for the whole operation.
Yeah, no, it is talking about the whole procedure. Like this manufacturing setup is for the production related setup, like when here you can see in this manufacturing setup there are different actions available, such as standard glue consumption setup. When I click on standard glue consumption setup, you can see it is defining if I have 3 ply, 5 ply, and if I have flute type this. Based on that, what will be my consumption, standard glue consumption per square meter, I can define here. And another is like ply wise, flute wise setup. This is my bomb related setup. So all the setups, like the transaction what we need to do in the production, and for that production we must have some number series, we must have some tolerance allowance, and we must have the planning execution. So for that the setup belongs to the manufacturing setup production department. For that, here you can see there is a start time production and there is a end time. Here this is a showing the output quantity as expected output quantity. And when you go to the routing template, here you can see these operations are available. So all these setups belongs to the manufacturing setup, which is important to do production in the system.
Sorry, my microphone is muted most of the time because I have other colleagues here around me and we are explaining in Arabic. So that it's okay. You can go ahead.
Okay.
So in the action button, you can see the standard glue consumption setup. So in the standard glue consumption setup, so from which date we are starting, what will be the number of ply in which we are doing the glue setup. So what will be the consumption in kg per square meter. So we can define it here. What will be the flute type? So we can choose any, like if you want, we are starting it today. Number of ply should be 3. Standard glue consumption should be 0.6 kg. And the flute, we can change it to C type. So here we can define all the glue consumption setup. It will, if we do the production, we take out the board, then it will consume 0.6 kg of glue. So in the ply flute wise setup, what will be the number of ply flute? What will be the flute 1, flute 2, flute 3? The ID to OD margin, inner dimension to outer dimension margin lengthwise. What will be the inner dimension to outer dimension in the flute? Length, width, and height. What will be the lead joint? Like how much will be the lead joint in the flute wise setup? We have to define it here. So take up and height. What will be it means that what will be our flute take up height? So if we have B flute, then take up height will be 1.350. The take up will be 1.350 and the height will be 2.620. All
Sorry
in
for
mm.
interruption,
Okay.
but we did this one already, right? We send the values from us for the glue consumption and for the take-up ratio and for changing from ID to OD. So this setup should be ready, right? Or we have to re-identify it again.
No, these values we have given you at the time of system analysis, and we get it from the Mr. Mustafa has shared the same template what we have provided to him. So we didn't receive the correct one. I think he had just given the same template to us in the system analysis itself.
No, I don't think so, Shruti. I did it twice.
Okay, so let me check then. Actually, it's a sandbox environment, so we have prepared this tech up by yourself. And let me just check if you have given twice. Because I have checked
Okay.
the, yeah, okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir.
yes. Keep going.
What
I
would
will
be
check
your
with Anan. I will check with
order
Anan to send for you all
data?
these values.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well,
يعني excuse me Mr. Azedin and Mr. Rishab, Mr. Shuru, Mrs. Shuruti. These values, I think we can change them later upon our demand and upon our need. يعني this is not a fixed values Azedin in the system, I think.
there are
Right?
fixed
Am I right,
values.
Mr. Rishab?
Fixed values.
This is the one-time setup, but if we want to change, it can be changed anytime. But we cannot change it like so frequently. This is a one-time setup. If
Yeah.
you tell me the right
It is the
correct
same
setup
like
here,
it is
I
the same,
can change
excuse me,
here
it is the same
also.
like item attributes and other
Yeah, yeah.
ماشي
it
Anan.
is the same
Anan
like item
هذا
attributes.
في
We
جدول
can
في جدول
change
عملناه
it.
وبعثنا لك اياه.
We can
And
change it,
two
but
into هي
we are
بعطيني
not
إياه.
allowed to change it so frequently.
Should not change.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes,
We
okay,
can we
okay.
can we can continue the string and we can discuss
Can you
later
tell
what
me
was the
now?
template files that you received and who sent it and who received it.
Actually, it
هذول
is
كلهم من
my
التمبلتس فايلز
I
اللي انبعثوا
received it
قبل
on
ما
WhatsApp.
انا
منهم.
Can you tell me right now
خليهم يكملوا.
what we
اكسكيوز
have
مي
to
شريط انا I'm so sorry for keeping interrupting you. عز هذول كلهم بتغيروا بسيط، هاي الامور كلها بتقدر تغيرها عن يعني.
ماشي بس هو المفروض هي وهم مجهزينها لانه هم طلبوها مني الجلو كونسمشن وطلب مني التيك اب ريشيو وطلب مني التحويل من اي دي لاو دي. انا بعت لهم اياه المفروض هم يحطوه بالمانيفاكتشرنج سيت اب مش انا ارجع احطه. خلص هو حط لي اياها بناء على الايش؟ على اللي انا بعت له اياه.
ماشي، اذا سمحت بعد اذنك سجلها ملاحظة عندك مشان نرفق لهم اياها مع قائمة ملاحظاتنا على البرنامج.
اوكي
سجلها ملاحظة بخط ايدك واعطيني اياها وانا بطبعها على الكمبيوتر، بس يكون خط واضح مشان السكانر تقدر تقراها. اوكي.
اوكي keep going. Do you want to change the take up ratio now? Hello?
If you want, then we can change it now.
Wait a minute.
So, are you giving us the values?
Yes.
I'm looking for the values because leaf root 1.432, steep root 1.487, east root 1.2 for something. I'm just checking for this one.
Okay. Please check.
or B flute 1.43.
Yes, for the flute take up and height.
B flute.
Uh,
1.4. 1.43.
1.43.
I will check it again because I'm missing the values now for the height. So let me search for this one and I will send by email or something.
Okay.
Okay. So we can move forward.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. For the board template, uh, here the board grade template list appears, and here we can see the number which comes from number series, the description of the board grade, the status which is with new or certified or under development or it is closed. The last date modified, if we give changes here now, then it will convert to today's date. Number of ply 3 from GSM 120 to GSM 150. All the paper available in the system will comes here. Okay, let me show you making a new board grade so you will better understand. So we are taking description, any description you want. Number of plies 3. And the flute 1 should be B. So here we can see 3 lines appear. If we take 5 ply and we have to select the flute 2 also. So let's take it C. Now we can see the 5 line appears for the 5 ply. So from GSM 120 to GSM 140, all the paper in the system appears here. If we choose 150 to 160, and yeah, we can see also. So unit of measure code. Unit of measure code should be defined by you. Like what should be the unit of measure code, number, kgs, paper GSM. So what will be the top liner paper? So let's take it 120, flute liner 125, then again 120. Or that from this we can select. And this is the filter where we can see our paper is available or not. Like 120 GSM, 120 GSM. For 125 GSM, these all paper are available. So this is for the board grade. And if we if you want to certify this, you can certify it from here and later you can use it. So another action button is model master. Model master setup are done here. Like all the model that are available in the system appears here. And if we want to
Sorry for interruption
add,
again, but for the board grade, we already sent the board grade. Shall we create a new board grade or not?
yeah, we can create a new board grade.
No, I'm talking about the board grade that we have. Did you
Yes.
identify it as the system or not?
Mr. Edge, yes, board grade we received, but there is some issue coming to import the board grade. Actually, the top line and the last liner was jumbled in the line part which you have shared. So there is I think 1 lakh something board grade. So it is we are not able to correct it. So we have corrected some board grades, but all are not completed. That's why we haven't imported here. That's why we created some manual board grids for Sandbox.
When you will import it,
Sorry.
when you will import the board grade here.
When it will complete, it is we have corrected some of the data and some data is not corrected because there are so many board grids you have shared. You have given in the header part like in top liner is 25 and in last liner is 110. But in the line section, you have just jumbled the top liner with the last liner. So that we find some difficulties to correct the data. That's why we haven't imported it.
Shruti, now we are in the training. Everything should be ready. Yani this one is not ready. That one is not ready. That one is not ready. What is the item that is ready? I'm just checking. We are not putting the take up ratio. We are not putting the glue consumption. We are not importing anything. Why we are making this sandbox training? I'm just asking.
The correction was not.
Shruti, you are redo what you did here in Jordan. There's not, I don't see anything in you. I saw this one before. Where is the where is the sandbox that I will run and I will make the training for my people on it. This is still a module, a first module.
Okay,
Uh,
I will check the board grade and I will try to import by tomorrow. So this is just a setup part. When we come to the production process, then you can see the PDI. I mean the board grade in that available to be select in the PDI.
okay, Shruti, okay. Keep going.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. For the model master, we can select all, we can see here all the model master in the system is available, like sheets, half slotted container, regular slotted container, all the model master. If you want to create a new, you can simply select here new and model number, you can add it here. Description, you can add it here, or any picture you have, you can just select from this drop file and upload it. So it will appear. And OD to ID is applicable or not by selecting this boolean. You can do the OD to ID applicable. So now we move to the routing templates. In the routing template, here you can see the routing template is given by you. So now all the routing template list, you can see that it appears here. Selecting a routing template, what will be the number of that routing template is here. Description, search description, the status, whether it is certified or it is new or it is under development or it is closed. So if the routing template is for sample, you can select it by clicking this boolean. Or if the routing template is the real one, then you can select the boolean here, true. So for making the new routing template, just select the number series, description, like corrugation, then printing, then all the routing you need. Then select the operation number. Operation number, you have to write it like 10, 20, 30, and 40. So if we write 10, it is our first line, like first sequence for the production. Select the work center as corrugator, and description and the work center group code will automatically get updated here. It is corrugator. And the setup time, if you want like 10-minute setup time, you need 10-minute setup time, you have to write it here. What will be the run time, 30 minutes or for 50 minutes or 60 minutes? We can fill it here. And for the second line, if you want to choose, select 20, the work center, the machine center.
Excuse me, sir, here. I'm not a production engineer, and maybe I still miss some information about the production process itself. You said here the production time is 60 minutes.
Oh, if
How
you
we-
want to write, you can give any time, like what time it is needed, like 100 minutes, 200 minutes. You can fill it here.
How we can specify time needed without specifying a quantity or speed?
This is not mandatory, Mr. Anand. This is not mandatory. The runtime
Expected
actually
time.
we put in the, this is called, which is called as
Excuse me, Shruti,
expected.
it is not a matter of being mandatory or not. My specific question here about not about the mandatory of the field. How can I specify time without specifying quantities or specifying speed?
This is expected time, expected setup and expected time, but the actual one will come when we do the actual output. Like suppose we do the output of corrugation or we do the output of converting. At that time we put the correct setup time and the correct run time, like for running one corrugation board and like one job we need to produce 1600 or like 60,000 board. So how many we need to put the start time and end time. By that system we recognize the actual run time. Here we put the expected one, and expected time is available here. So at the time of actual putting output, and in that case we need to define the start and end time and the actual setup time.
I write it as a note here at my side, and we will discuss it later, me and you directly, inshallah.
Okay. So
Thank you.
routing template. Okay, routing template we have imported as per Mr. Asaldin has given, and we have also created machine center, work center, and work center group code. Based on that, we have prepared these routings. Okay. Okay.
Is it okay, Mr. Anand?
Okay. I have shared with chat here the take-up ratio and the height of the fluting.
Okay, Mr. Ed.
هذا اللي جاء. هذا ايش اللي بعد عجز
Okay, can we move forward?
Yes.
هذول ايش الفلوتات اللي كان هو يحكي معهم؟ إثباتات الإكرام.
Hello. So we can
Yes,
move
yes,
forward.
yes. Move forward, please.
So here we have selected for six machine routing, where the first machine is corrugation, and we have to select the work center category as corrugation. And for the converting category, we have selected the machine 4 and the work center category as printing guiding. So for all the converting, we have to choose that the work center category should be printing guiding. For machine 8, machine 14, machine 15, the category is printing guiding. And at last, in the last, we have to select the work center uh, FG receiving, and the work center category should be finishing packing. So this is our routing template. Okay, so these are the action buttons, and now we are moving forward with the header part. So in the general fast tab, let me just, so these are the setups, the general setup, the numbering, the number series, the planning setup, the corrugation specific setup, the quality setup, the path, and the item attribute mapping. So in the general setup, what will be the normal start time for the production? We will start here, we will write it here. What will be the normal end time, preset output quantity, the default consumption based calculation based on expected output, show capacity in minutes or hours, or anything you want to add it here in milliseconds. If you want to add it, you can add it here. So it will, you can select it. Then planning warning, if the planning is over the budget, then it will, if you want a warning for it, then you can select this boolean. So document number and production order. It's specified that the production order number is also a document number. So if you want a document number separately, then you have to select the boolean. The glue consumption will be on number of plies, or glue consumption or number of ply flute. So if you want the glue consumption should be on ply, then you can select this boolean, or if you want the glue consumption should be on flute, then you have to select this. Include non-inventory item for non-inventory item to produced items. So we don't need to do these kind of setups here. So yeah, default flushing method. What will be the flushing method? Forward, backward, or manual? So now freight costing enabled. It is a part of dispatch thing. Numbering. So this is the numbering process where you want to select the firm plan order number series. What will be the number series? What will be the released order number series? What will be the receiving template number series or work center series? This is all about the number series. So in the corrugation specific, so in the corrugation specific setup, all the numbers is also included, which is related to the corrugation. And so if you want your PDI to be reopened, so you can select this option as Boolean true. Percentage for GSM change. If you want that the GSM should change to like 50 or any of the numbers, you can select it here. Planning quantity tolerance. This is all the number series. Planning quantity tolerance. So what will be the tolerance when we are doing the planning? So these are the fields that are not necessary. So this is the trip plan occupied tolerance percentage, which is 50. Or if you want, you can just increase it or decrease it. Trip plan occupied tolerance, if you are doing a trip plan of 100, then you can select 150 to do the trip plan. So this is what it means. And this is the number series of the printing plate or die or customer complaint, vendor complaint. This is not necessary. Uh, so if you want the if you are doing the output and then there is some scrap. So if you want to do the scrap entry, then select it the boolean false. Or if you don't want the scrap entry to be done, then select the boolean true. And the stop validation is like if your machine is stopping for a minute, for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So if you want to do the entry, you can let it be like false. And if you want the entry to be done, like 5 minutes it have stopped, so you can select the boolean true. So in consumption, no, extra time, extra trim. So in the extra trim, if your trim size exceed to 200 or more than that, then you can add it here in the setup. If you want to write 100 in the extra trim, you can write it, or according to the extra trim which is happening. Schedule variation percentage. If you are scheduling for 100 quantity, and if you have scheduled for 120 quantity, the system will accept. But if you are scheduling for 130 quantity, it will not accept. Output consumption posting tolerance. So if you want to do the output, if you are doing the output of 100, you can, and the output comes to 130, the system will accept. So this is the tolerance. No. This is the tolerance days. Output, output or consumption posting tolerance date. So if here what it means that if you are doing the output today and the consumption, the gap between the output and the consumption should be 30 days, not more than 30 days. Or if it exceed, then 30 to 31 days, it will give error while posting the consumption. Component category, board, component number series, component routing link. This all the setup which is internal in the system. corrugation location, where will the board will be there, in what location. This is internal setup. Printing plate active. So if the printing plate active, if the boolean is true, then we can choose the printing plate in the system. And die ready for mandatory, we can choose it.
Okay. Actually, printing plate active is required when we do threshold limit. It will check at the time of output creation. So if we don't mark it as an active, it will not ask that please put the threshold in the system at the time of output. So if we make it as a active, then it will ask. Same is like for my die plate die is mandatory or not mandatory, and this is my plate standard expiry time. So here we define the at what time, by when my plate will be expired if we bought or if we buy the but purchase any plate item in today's date, and after 2 months or 3 months my plate will be expired. Then here we need to define the month, and again this is same like plate printing plate, we make it as an active. Same way we need to make it like die is active or not. Same at the time of output, system will check the threshold of the die, and the if the threshold of the die is completed, and it will not allow to make output. Okay, and same way we have die standard expiry item. So if we need to define the expiry month of the die item. Next, we have production order schedule. This is my the number series. What number series will come if we do scheduling? Next is my board required for sub job. So here, if we planning for the sub job, in that case we must have a board required. So this is for that purpose boolean. Another is output tolerance percentage. If we output tolerance percentage, it is showing, and the time, suppose we have made the schedule of 1000 quantity, but at the time of putting output we have produced 5000 or like 1080 quantity. The system will allow us to make output plus this tolerance. Okay, next is GSM tolerance in PDI. So this is which is very specific to MSP. This changes is suggested by MSP. So we have added this as per MSP, the GSM tolerance in PDI. Okay. At the time of bomb selection, we define that we need to select the bomb as per in between the 180 tolerance, and when we open the list of board grade, system will show the list of board grades which have plus 180 or minus 180. Okay. Then we have in transit location. This is used for to transfer the FG material from one location to another, so that the warehouse team or the dispatch team will dispatch the FG from that last location. Next, we have paper decal unit of measure. So here we're defining what will be my paper decal unit of measure. If this is my standard unit of measure of paper, so here we define if it will be in inches, if it will be centimeter or millimeter. Then we have paper consumption dia unit of measure. So here we define the dia of paper consumption dia unit of measure, same like we are defining paper decal. Another is basic for full reel consumption. So here we define that if we are how we consume the reels as per the weight, as per the diameter, as per the linear meter. So we consume as we have decided in the system analysis. You said weight. We consume the reel as per taking the measurement of weight kg. That's why we have put it. Another is if what is my minimum weight for full reel consumption. So if we put it as 50, then system will consume the full reel in the system. If we put, if the leftover reel is 50, then system will mark it as the full reel is consumed. For that purpose it is used. Another section we have in the manufacturing setup is planning quantity tolerance. Here we define the tolerance at the time of planning, that this much whatever in the sales order, more than that we can plan by taking the tolerance. Another is, this is not for that purpose, job reconciliation. This will come at the time of job order closure. Next we have enabling component consumption check. So this is not related in the correlation. This is for checking the components at the time of consumption. So here when currently we are not checking, we are just consuming. Next is restrict schedule job not finished. Okay, so if previous job is not finished, in that case we checked the restrict jobs schedule. So it is not mandatory here in this case. Restriction here, if we define this boolean, then we need to define the number of days. So if we are not closing the job, the system will system will not allow to create the schedule like this. Another is restriction corrugation output on missed paper consumption. Okay, so this boolean is for if we didn't did the paper consumption, system will not allow to post the corrugation output. So we are not restricting it at this stage. And if we defining here, then we need to define the same number of days. Another, this is job handling. This is for internal purpose. This is for our purpose. Next we have core dia. So core dia we have already defined here for paper item. Next we have glue consumption location. Here we define from which location glue will be consumed. Another is glue consumption active. So if we mark this boolean, system will auto consume the glue at the time of corrugation output. Next, this is suggest number of joint.
Good.
Cells code, this will suggest the number of joints. This is related to something to cells code. Next we have size for number of joint. So here it is if we define this suggest number of joint, then we need to define the size for the number of joint, which will be in This is not required here. Minimum dia of reel as unusable. So this is if we define the diameter here in this, then we need to define the minimum dia of full reel consumption. Then we have kg unit of measure. Like, is there any conversion of unit of measure? Then we can change it here. Another is corrugation trim. Related section we have. So this is deviation size to be considered in planned decal for ups calculation. Okay, if there is any deviation, like we have selected planned my decal like 1800, and we at the time of actual consumption we consume some another, then we need to put the tolerance here. Next is schedule will be as updated as per the system priority. So there is, while doing the corrugation scheduling, there is two types. There is system priority boolean is field is there, and there is manual field is also. So if we mark this boolean, then system will prioritize the schedule sequence. Next is default machine for corrugation. So default machine for corrugation we have selected as this. And next is board ups in production design. So board ups in production design will be calculated as per the paper size, as per the decal ups. So whatever be my decal ups like 1822 hundreds, basis on that my board ups will be calculated. Here this is something related to the trims. If it is 3 ply, what will be my left trim, right trim? If it will be 5 ply, the left trim and right trim. If it is 7 ply, the same left and right trim. Another is related to the ratio, which is related to extra material consumption, which is glue. Here we define the ratio. Another is extra trim. If we have 3 or 5 ply, then what will be my extra trim, which is apart from the left trim and right trim. Next is related to the nesting. If we have additional partition or any additional item, in that case we use the additional fitment. If there is any specific, then we can select the item list here. Another is related to subcontracting, and here we need to define the approval process, subcontracting approval request and transfer batch. If we are transferring from one location to another and from which location we are consuming the material, then we need to define these things. And next we have production schedule sorting sequence. Here we define the sorting sequence at the time of scheduling. So for double stacker, the sorting sequence, this is as by default. So here you can see there is multiple options available.
diameter. core diameter اللي هو الكور اللي جوا الرول معقول.
Okay, so next here we are saying that double
يعني
stacker.
كيف انه في ناس قاعدين بيسلقوا سلك، هي قاعده بتسلق سلك يقول له هذا مش هون. اكسكيوز مي شروطي here.
Yes.
Will you be able to provide us with the user manual for this screen?
Basically, no, this is actually a setup. So we don't provide a user manual for manufacturing setup. This is actually one-time setup. We don't allow anyone to come in this page. Only the authorized like Azaldin, you, and the admin team will come and change these setups. But these are necessary because on if we see in at the purpose of production. So these are the something called a prerequisite, which is known to be the production team.
شروطي execute softwares. We are working in the field of software since long years. Softwares always, when are being sold, they sold with user manual. The user manual is a fundamental requirement for any customer. So how can I modify this screen later on if I was asked to modify it without having the user manual? Can you imagine, or do you imagine that I will be able to remember all this information? For sure, no. Or shall I keep this video for me for my lifetime? If I want to modify anything in the screen, I should refer to this video. We should have a user manual for this one.
Yeah, user manual we will provide like for the master things like routing, like board template, like applying model master. But there is something which like number series, or there is lots of field. Okay, like number series, we don't provide the manual for number series. We will provide you the manual for manufacturing setup, which where we cover the masters.
Again, my question, Chiruti, excuse me. Again, my question. Do you imagine we will be able to remember all of this information once we finish this video? Yeah. Think we are like a students in school or in a university. We have to write down this information, and we should have a book to read from, and we should have to practice. Arabic language is not available, we cannot practice. User manual is not available, and we cannot read and revise this information. So, does this make sense for you?
Yes, the same thing I'm saying. We will provide the user manual for the masters and the important setups. Here are some fields which is not required.
Shruti, what do you mean of important setups?
Like board grade, model master, routing, standard glue setups, tech up, float sequence, flywise setups, and how to do numbering setups. And we will provide you the details of this, like when if you you need tolerance for the trip planning, when you need tolerance for the output posting, when you need tolerance for extra trim, the schedule variation, and what will be my max tolerance, and where will be my location of for corrugation location, the location of
تفضلي.
production. These things we will provide you in the
ولو
manual.
تفضلي ولو تفضلي.
So there are some basic fields which you can also come and see and check that if we want to change the trim for left and right trim, you can come and change it anytime. So we will provide you the master manuals.
Okay.
Okay.
The issue with Mr. Anan, not for me. He's saying true because nobody can remember all these data.
Yes, I understand.
So
I
we have,
understand.
Shruti, you know that, you know this one. If we have an user manual, it will be easy for us. Either me or Anan or the top management can go and do this one without any problem.
Yeah, I will provide for the master things, which is I know what data Mr. Anand will refer in the future. I will provide a manual for that. But there are some which is very specific fields which is available in this manufacturing setup, which Mr. Anand can anytime come here and get it know by reading the field name also. I will give the list of like if he wants to put tolerance in the output posting, then which section he will come and apply the tolerance. I will give the detail of if he want to make the glue consumption location, then in which section he will come and put the location, and if he wants to add routing, if he wants to add another board grade, then in which section he will come and do the setups. I will provide those details, but there are some specific which he can also find it in the system like trim, extra trims, and uh, like locations or number series are so specific. Anytime you can come and change it.
They said
Uh,
okay.
okay.
Okay, we have to keep going, Shruti. We'll not stop.
Okay, so we are in the next stage is like stitching wire consumption. So at the time of production, if we consume stitch or if we consume glues for the glue consumption, there is another setup. And if we consume stitching wire, then we have another setup like auto consumption of stitch wire. If we want to do auto consumption for stitch wire, then here it will mark. We need to mark this boolean, then there is margin for calculation, like how what will be my margin if it is a single stitching, if it is a double stitching, and what will be my pin gap if it is a double stitching, and how many scrap percentage will be there, like the tolerance scrap percentage. And this is my, if we consume the auto stitch wire, then what is my location, the from which location the stitch wire will be auto consumed. Here we need to define. Another is quality setup, where we define this is my by default joint it is coming. This is my in process quality mandatory. If production wants the in process quality mandatory, then this need to be marked. This is my subcomponent linking, which is always marked as true. Next is my quality inspection location. So from which location the quality inspection will be done. Here we define the internal location as real store. The rejection, if we do quality as the rejection, if we did quality and it becomes rejected from the quality, then which location it will moved. Here we define the internal location. Then here we define the remove exception before paper consumption boolean, and there is a tolerance for excess paper consumption. So if we define if there is excess paper consumption, then we need to define the tolerance here. Then this is some posting groups which is related to the quality. We need to categorize it. There is a type of quality for paper. So if I think this is related to I think procurement item when we do the quality. So if it is a real wise like GSM wise, then it will come. Here we define the minimum quality of paper by which by how many quantity we define the tolerance for paper, then it will considered as quality. Then there is a return shipment location. There is a credit memo numbers. There is a credit memo location. Then we have quality, check quality quantity in the output. If we mark this, then we need to check the quality at the time of output. Then we have QA enabling type. So if we mark it as like item category wise or item wise, then we can do quality as per that. But then next we have item attribute mapping. So here we map all the attributes of each item categories. So for paper, these attributes we have mapped, and for FG and board, we have mapped box model customers. At the time of item creation, we take this box flight, box flute, box ply, box model, and board length we put at the time of item creation. So we mapped that at the time of creation, these to be mapped to the FG and the board item. Okay, this is my mapping field. Okay. Okay. Mr. Anand, manufacturing setup is okay.
No, manufacturing
Shoot
setup is
for
not okay. Manufacturing
Huh?
It's
setup
not
is
okay. Shruti, total is not okay because it should be ready from your side. Not we're not making the manufacturing setup all the time. You should prepare it before. Depends on the master tillage that we sent it.
No, except
Right?
the board grade. Okay, so you want me
Excuse me,
to complete
Mr.
all
Mr.
these
Azadeen.
setups?
Mr. Azadeen, record your notes, please. Record your notes, please, about this manufacturing setup screen. And in order to rush this training session, we will discuss it later. We will discuss it later with Chiruti directly.
Is it
Is
possible,
that okay to
Shruti?
proceed?
If you want, then we can explain
I
again
think
the
production staff is not interested in manufacturing setup because you said it is one-time setup and we don't need it always. So the manufacturing engineers, corrugator, and operators
Exactly.
are not
Yes.
interested in this manufacturing setup. But for me and as a dean, we are very interested and we should discuss it thoroughly with you later.
Okay, but in today's agenda, we have only put it as like setups things, which is prerequisite for the production team. So, okay, if we can discuss this further. So, next our agenda is to create work center group code, then work center, and then machine center. So, I have prepared some work center group code as per suggestion given by Mr. S. So we will let you know how, if we want to add some more work center in the system, then how you can add and what is the essential fields available in the work center and machine center. Okay. Okay, Mr. Anand.
انا اوكي. استغفر الله العظيم.
عنان طلع فوق عند احمد.
شو يسوي قدامنا؟
طلع مش
اوكي.
عارف ايش.
It's okay for Mr. Anan because he's not here. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, starting with work center.
Yes.
If we choose the work center, all the list for the work center appears here. We can see the number of the work center, the name, corrugator, die cut, FG receiving, gluer, laminator, printing, and what is the work center group code. So the work center group code for the work center 1 is corrugator, for work center 2 it is die cut, and work center 3 this is FG receiving. What will be the unit of measure? You can see it here, and the capacity, the shop calendar code, and the search name. So in the work center, here in the work center 1, you can see the work center card that opens as a corrugator. So here in the home, if we choose the home action button, we can see the load, calendar, and absence. So in the load, we can see that what is the load for the corrugator, like period starting from 21 to 2026. We can see the capacity of the work center, the allocated quantity, and the availability after order. If we order some quantity, it will automatically get updated here in the work center. So here you can see that allocated quantity on 21 to 26 is 32. So here we can see the load for the machine, for the work center. So in this field, we can see that work center 1, the name corrugator, work center group code, which is corrugator. So here we can select the work center group code as corrugator. We have to select for the corrugate if we are making work center for corrugator. So to make work center group code, just click here new and you can make another work center group code. So if we modify anything in the work center, then the date automatically changes or gets updated. So in the corrugator work center, what will be the cost in that work center? What will be the overhead? What will be the unit cost? We can fill it here. Scheduling. In scheduling, the unit of measure we should choose is minutes or any unit of measure code if you want to make one. What will be the capacity, the efficiency, and the shop calendar code. So shop calendar, it is in our agenda today. So shop calendar, here we can see there is a corrugator code made for the shop calendar for the work center. So here we can see in the action button in the related, click on related shop calendar. Now in the shop calendar, we can choose the working days and the holidays if you want to make one shop calendar. So in the working days, we have to define on Monday at what start time and what end time will be the working day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what will be our working shifts and the working day and working time. And also we can see that holidays. We can start if we are having holidays on Sunday 22 to 26. So we can just make one. So this day will be the holiday. So according to that, we have to tag a shop calendar here for the work center. So every work center is like same. You just have to make one. And for the ultimate FG receiving work center, you just need to tick the boolean true in the last stage work center, in the FG work center. If you are making a FG work center, this boolean should be true. Then only it will be considered as last stage work center. So here in the work center calendar, we can see that work center 1 corrugator on 21st 2 of 26. This is the capacity. This is the allocate remaining time. We can look at here. So if we have started making data in this, if you will make data in this, you can check and come here and check that which work center is free or which is full. So moving to machine center. For the machine center, here the machine center list appears where machine 1, 2, 3 and all comes here. You can see every machine in the system in here in the machine center page. So machine center 1, which is corrugation. So machine center 1 is corrugation, where the work center 1 which we discussed, like work center 1 is corrugator. So we have to tag that work center where the machine center is, will be tagged here. So what will be the search name, whether the machine is blocked or not. If you want to block the machine, you can just click this boolean. What will be the direct unit cost of the machine, where what will be the unit cost, what will be the general posting group, scheduling, or what will be the capacity and the efficiency of the machine, the routing time, setup time. If we require that our machine should get set up in 15 minutes, or if you are taking that 15-minute setup time, so you have to fill it here. Wait time. If you are waiting for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, so you have to fill in this area. Fixed scrap quantity, like if your machine, if the output of the machine gives you some fixed scrap quantity, the quantity should be written here, like 10 scrap quantity or 100 scrap quantity. Scrap percentage, like operating this machine will give you 5% of scrap, so you have to fill it here. Send ahead quantity, like how much quantity you are sending for another process. So in the corrugation specific, the work center category is corrugation. So for the corrugator machine, you need to select the work center category as corrugation. Then only it will be considered as corrugator machine. So this setup will give you the cost of running that machine, like per linear meter cost, like how much it will cost for producing 1 linear meter, per metric ton cost, how much cost it will take to produce metric ton, per square meter cost. So if you want to fill, you can fill it here in this area. Ink level, how much ink it will take. So this is a corrugator machine, so we don't have to fill it here. So whether the corrugator is double stacker or not. So if your machine is double stacker, you just click on this boolean, then the machine will become double stacker. Quality spec ID, if you are doing quality for the machine, you can tag the spec ID here. Machine capacity unit of measure, like how much, what will be the unit of measure of the capacity of the machine, like if you are calculating in linear meter wise or pieces wise. Top max ups, like if you are if your corrugator machine will give only the ups for 5, or if you're only the board ups 5, then maximum you have to select it 5. Top size constraints, bottom max ups, like if you are double stacker, then top machine will give max up like 5, and if you are bottom will give you 5. Top size constraint, printing plate is applicable or not, die applicable or not, in process is quality applicable or not. If your output of the machine needs quality check, then you have to applicable this boolean. Machine capacity quantity, if your machine can hold up to how much quantity, like if your machine is holding 8,000 quantity, if your machine can hold up to only 30,000 quantity, you can fill it here. Machine decal size, how much maximum decal size your machine can take, you can fill it here. Maximum decal ups your machine can give. The corrugator speed, machine price calculator. So this will automatically generate in the system. So for mark this, that this boolean, like in the corrugator machine, only the production boolean should be true, not other boolean. Only the production boolean. Like whether it is a gluing machine or printing machine or converting machine or stitching machine, you can select it here, but for the corrugator only, you have to select for production. So this is slitting constraint. So for the slitting constraint, you need to fill these details, like minimum crease possible, like how much crease is possible by your machine, minimum sheet size for the crease, the board length from and board length to, the board width for the slitting. So you can fill it here. So
Sorry, again and again. Please. Sorry for interruption. All
okay.
these data we sent it before. Why is not fill it? يا غنان احنا هاي كل الداتا معطيني اياها لكل ماكينه.
This is corrugation machine.
Yes, I know. We give it for the corrugation machine, for the all the printing unit, all printing machine also. You have all these data. Why it's not fit here? This is my problem. يا ابو اوسون يا حراشي ولا وين؟
No, slitting constraint is not. What we have given is already we have uploaded. The
Like
details
what
you have
شروط
provided.
this?
These machines I have created as per you have sent.
شروطي. Uh, please give me the corrugator.
This is corrugation machine.
Okay. We didn't give you
Then
the unit cost.
هاي هون بس ببساطة شديدة مختصر عاملين كرت لكل ماكينة حاطين فيه
you have
مواصفات الماكينة
we
في
have
لهم
taken the
طريقتهم
input
بالتسجيل.
of top max
مش
top
عاملين
max
الداتا
ups.
ويدق فيهم.
You said as
Yes.
5. You said the top size constraint as 1800, the bottom, and as I mentioned, the bottom size constraint 1800.
Yes.
So whatever input we have taken for the machine which is required, we have taken and we have put it. So slitting is not required for here, and this is not available. So for the calculation, for the corrugation, we need only top max, we need the top size constraint, we need bottom max ups and bottom size constraint, and the top max board length constraint. So these details we required from your end, you have given, and which we have provided here. So these are not required for now.
Shruti, you know the questionnaire? We gave you the maximum size, the board length, the maximum board length, the minimum. All these data we give it before يعني والله يعني. And we give you
Yes,
the cost of
and I have also mentioned here too. These are mentioned, and this is given by you, and this is same data as you have provided.
top size 1,008. No, it's not 100,000. It's not 1,800. It's three
It was
meters. No. It's the maximum the maximum size as thicker, right?
yeah, the maximum top size and the maximum bottom ups, and here the top size constraint and the bottom size constraint. It always be as
Constraint
1800.
constraint that's mean thicker size, right? With
Yeah,
no,
yeah, the
okay,
decal
but
size.
on the right, yeah, shoot, you are putting more things, more from two, more width from two. We give it already before.
Which one you are saying? Which field?
Yeah, minimum sheet size for creeds, board length, board from two.
From two, board length from 1 to
No,
Corrugation
this
speed.
we are not required.
slating constraints.
No, we
Okay,
haven't asked
but
you for these things because we don't require also.
uh, once
For
again,
the corrugation,
what
yeah,
do you
for the
mean if
corrugation, we don't require these things. We have given you the template. As per the template, we have received this, and we haven't given you the
يعني ما
details
انت ابو
of
احمد
this.
خلص انا عارف. Sorry, Shruti. Sorry for interruption. Someone come to me and make some problems. Uh, again, what do you mean of top size constraint? Length
Uh,
or width?
The top size constraint is for the first.
top
No, this is
corrugator.
here for the top corrugator, and this is my decal size constraint. That how much it will contain
Hmm.
ups.
But Shruti, down you are writing also the maximum decal size.
Maximum decal size here.
Hmm. Can you repeat once again?
What's the difference between maximum decal size and top size constraint?
Okay, this is we need for the setup purpose. This is the setup purpose that this is we define the top size constraint is comes for the double stacker. Okay, so this is this machine card setup is a common machine for both single corrugation, I mean the single corrugators and for the double corrugators. So some factories have single corrugation machine, some factories have double. So for the double stacker, if see there is a boolean, if we disable this boolean, this will not allow to put the input here. So if in that case, we need to define the maximum decal size as whatever the maximum decal size. But as for your organization, you have double stacker, so we have provided the details here. Okay, so this is my common machine center card, both for double stacker details and for the single stackers. So this is just another field to be used. And for your
Here,
organization, this will be we will use as top. For top, this will be my constraint, and for bottom, this will be my constraint.
but now in the down, you are saying that maximum decal apps is 10, right?
Yeah, the maximum. Yeah, this is for the this. As I said, this machine we use as a common, like for the single stackers and for the double stackers. So if we have a double stacker, we don't use this fields. In that case, we use only machine decal up. So, but we have, since we have double stackers, so we have provided the details here.
So,
There is no any.
so the number 10 is wrong, not correct.
Which one?
Down, 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 down.
Down. This one.
No, with the decal size.
This one.
Maximum decal apps 10. It's not correct.
Maximum decal ups.
Not correct, right?
So what it should be?
It should be 5.
Okay, so see, there is two things. Okay, this is my maximum decal size and this is my maximum decal ups. This is for the single one, okay. And for the double stacking, we have this field and we have this field for the top, and we have bottom max up and we have bottom constraint size. So we have defined the
No,
5 and 1800 here.
no, this is not correct. The
5 is
maximum
not
app.
correct.
No, it's about the maximum apps for top maximum app. If it's not double stacker, if it's a single stacking, it's 5.
كيف؟
No, no, no,
لا
no.
اوكي، هو انتم
You are not
مطلوبكم 5،
understanding my
هي
question, I
حطيتوا
think.
10 بس انه
What I
يعني
say,
عز
Mr. Ed,
الدين فهمها.
what I
excuse
mean
me
to
شروطي
say.
for this. excuse me شروطي for this. عز احنا هون بطريقه تعاملنا معهم، انا كاي تي كاي ار بي، هم كمبرمجين، انا برسل لهم البيانات على ملفات تمبلت. ليش؟ مش مشان يروحوا يدخلوها يدوي، مشان ياخذوا هاي الملفات بيعملوا لها شيء احنا بنسميه استيراد. فاستيراد البيانات من الملفات بمنع وجود اي خطأ. عرفت؟ هذا الاشي انا لاحظته
طيب.
كثير معهم. البيانات اللي احنا بنبعتها مش عم توصل 100%. يعني لو وصلت البيانات 99 و9 من 10 بيكون غلط. لازم 100% جرانتيد زي ما انا بعطيك اياها تنزلها. فهي انت لقيت الشغله هاي وانا لقيت اكم من شغله عندي، فهذا بيجي كويشن مارك ولا
مش معبيين شيء ثاني.
حتى في الشغلات اللي معبيينها. هاي نقطة خارج التريننج، هاي نقطة خارج التريننج. قول لشروتي بعد التريننج بدنا اياكي خذها وراء وراء جد بمزح لك.
والله ما صايم، والله ما وصلني صايم يعني، ده كان اخذت زمان.
لا مش خليني اقوم اصلي. سلام. هي حرام.
ما بدي اصلي بس انت اللي بتصلي. اوكي keep going شروتي please. شروتي I'm talking about the
Yes,
apps,
Mr. Ed.
the apps for the corrugator.
Yeah, yes.
The maximum apps for both up and down stacker, for double stacker is 5 output, not 10
and
output.
that, yeah, and that for your organization, we use this as 5 for top and this is 5 for bottom. So from here to here, this is all about double stacker machine, corrugation machine, okay? And these two are related to single stacker machine, which is a different one. Okay, so here it is, we have just put it here, which is not mandatory, but the mandatory thing for you is uh, top max ups and bottom max ups. This is correct?
Okay, just to understand for me and for you.
Yes.
Sometimes you are running for one on one stacker, right? Single stack,
Hmm. Yes.
right? So the
Yes.
maximum will be 5, not 10.
Yes, I understand, but what I am
If
saying,
يعني
if it is,
شنو if I'm running double stacker, I can for both of them the maximum will be 5 for both of them. Not everyone will
yes,
have a 5 output.
yes, yes, yes. But
يعني if on the sorry,
I
if
understand what you
you
mean to say,
understood,
but
sure, because some I don't know. I thought that I give you wrong information.
no, I'm saying that I think you are not getting me what I want mean to say. I'm saying that if it is a single stacker, right? You are running some in a single stacker. In that case, maybe you are using either top or maybe you are using either bottom. So it will take the input from this, from either top or either bottom, not by
Right.
this
ده
value.
العملية في كل البيت.
If we are running the double stacker, then it will take from top and bottom. If we are running the single stacker, it will take either from top, either from bottom, whichever you are running. This is a different, if we are using separately a different single stacker, then we will take the input from this machine. But in your case, if you are running the double stacker, then system will take input from both top or bottom. Or if you are running a job in any either top or either bottom, then system will take from the top or from the bottom, not
Okay,
from
okay,
this input. Okay,
okay,
it
okay, okay.
your all production will be taken care from this top and bottom, because in double
We
stacker
have
we have top
double
and
stack
bottom.
race. Okay, okay.
Yeah, if it is single, then either top will be run or either bottom will be run, then we consider as
They will
single
take
like
they will
this.
take from
But
here.
this is for different single stacker where the double stacker is not there. For that purpose we have these two.
Okay.
Actually, this is a common machine center card, so we have provided both for double stacker type of machine and single stacker type of machine.
Okay, it's
Is
only
it?
a question. Sorry?
No, am I able to make you understand that from
Yes, yes,
where
yes,
the?
yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so for the converting machine, all the fields are same, but only the work center you have to choose for the converting machine as not corrugator, or else you can choose any of these except corrugator and FG receiving. So if you are choosing for die cut, so work center 2 is for die cut. You have to choose it here and mark the boolean for the converting machine as true. This boolean should be marked true to make the system understand it is a converting machine, and it is a converting machine. And for the and it is a die cut machine, you have to mark this boolean as true to make the system understand it is a die cut machine and the converting machine, and it is for production. And production, for the production, this boolean will be default true. For the other printing machine,
Sorry, but the
see that
machine capacity is not written. And what about the capacity and the cost?
capacity.
Direct, and the unit cost,
Yeah,
we sent it before. The unit cost for every single
yeah,
machine.
yeah. For the printing machine, you can choose the cost from here, like what will be the cost for per linear meter. If you want, you can fill it here, like it will be 6 or 7 or 10 or 20. What will be the cost? Okay, sir. And
But we already
it is a
we sent the cost of each machine, the direct cost, the unit cost for each machine we sent it.
you have sent it.
Yes. Did you receive it, Shruti?
Machine for, I think you have given the description. Let me check the sheet.
Okay, I think يعني every machine we sent the direct unit cost, electricity, labors. So it should
We are
be
checking, sir. We are checking it. Wait a
okay.
second.
Okay, please. And the capacity for each machine we sent it before. Setup machine we sent it. Shruti, يعني we sent all this data.
Wait a second, sir. We are checking it.
Mr. Raj, you have shared this sheet of routing,
Yes.
where I think here in this sheet we haven't provided you the detail of cost. So based on this sheet, we have created a machine center. This sheet you have provided, based on this, we have created the machine center.
Okay, but Shruti, you asked for speed matrix and we sent the speed matrix for you.
Speed matrix? No, we didn't receive the speed matrix.
How come يا حتى يا عنان ابو اوس.
These
نعم
details we have
معك
received
معك
till now.
انت معي ولا ابو اوس؟
أبو أوس هي معي قاعد يصلي.
يا زلمه شو بصلي يا زلمه شو بصلي يا زلمه بالله عليك.
شو
سبيد
بدك
ماتريك
قول لي.
دللني عليها ويبعث ايميلات وخليت انا والحمراء بيعملها وشيكنا على انا وياه. مش عملت سبيد ماتريكس انت؟
دقيقة هاي يخلص هاي.
Mr. Edge, this machine you have given, see, a direct cost is not provided here for all machines. See,
اوكي I will ask Mr. عنان. عنان انت بعثت لهم السبيد ماتريكس والكوست شو اسمه والكوست لكل ماشين قديش تكلفنا؟ مستر او ابو اوس.
دقيقة يا زلمة طول بالك آخر ركعة.
تخوت قاعد ذاكي.
والله ما بتخوت هي قاعد يصلي الزلمة جنبي هي. سامعك. إذا تنحنح بيكون
Sorry, Miss Shruti, but we are waiting. Anan, he is praying. But I'm asking him because I have sent for him the cost for each machine and the speed matrix, setup time, what the machine speed, everything. So I'm really surprised why you don't have this information.
I have given you, but we didn't receive it. We have received the information because we need to prepare the setup. So we have prepared whatever information you given till now. So we have prepared by that. So we will
The capacity, the efficiency, the setup time, all these I have sent it. شغلت السيت اب تايم لكل ماكينه. مالك انصدمت؟ انا كنت حاطط الماتريكس سبيد ما له وقت كامل. ليش ابو احمد قبل ان تكتب عليه اليوم؟ ابو احمد قبل اندرسون عليهم يوم. يا حراشي شو بصلي تراويح؟
والله الزلمة بيصلي، خلي الواحد قد ما فيه يعمل ايش في حياته. اسمع، بس هم
آه.
قاعدين هيك، هو قاعد هيك قاعد يعطيك المعطيات كاملة، بس في كثير
انا
اشياء.
حاسك ولا شيء فاهم، حراش ترى
لا
تبادلني.
والله في اشياء فهمت، بس في كثير اشياء مش عارف شو دورها يعني بالضبط.
Hello. Hello.
هي راح
Mr.
تصير تسب
S.
يس
علينا
بليز.
Hello.
كثير.
يس يس.
Can we sit after this sandbox to set all the I mean discuss all the setups which is required for production, which is related to the production. Can we sit after this meeting, because this is just a sandbox environment we are preparing. There is another environment which is MSP related setups, where we are configuring the only the correct setups, which will be again I mean the transfer to the live production database. So can we sit after this meeting, and we will sit together and we will define the setups one by one. It will be better
اوكي
if we
اوكي
give.
أتشك.
Okay, and there this is just a sandbox environment, and we are preparing. There will be the real time setups will be available in this environment, and the same will be transferred to the production environment. It can we after this meeting?
أتشك.
Can we sit?
اوكي اوكي شور 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 شور.
Okay, okay, okay. So is this clear? The creation of machine center card or the creation of production card? I mean the work center card.
يس يس.
Okay.
So we were at the printing machine. So for the printing machine, you need to tag the work center printing and mark the boolean for printing machine true and the converting machine also true. For all the converting machine, this boolean should be true, and for all the machine, this boolean for the production will be true. And system will only consider as a printing machine when the printing machine is true. For the gluing machine, it will consider the gluing machine to be true. For stitching, when we will consider it, we will turn on the boolean, then it will be the stitching machine. Okay, so for another thing, for the speed matrix, here in the home action button, we can select the speed matrix. Here we have to define the speed matrix. It is for the printing machine FG34 color, machine number 7. So here we have to define like flute 1, flute 2, flute 3, from what board length to what board length uh, will be the data from both width and the what number of pieces from palette or bundle. We have to define it all. If there is 2 color, so then the 0 to 3 color, it will consider the speed. So, and the speed will be tagged here. What will be the speed of the machine? Planned speed. So for the reference, I can show you the corrugator speed setup. So from GSM 20 to 10,000 GSM, and the planned speed is 0.500. So, and if you are doing this quality for the machine, then we can set the parameter here, machine quality parameter. In the machine quality parameter, all the parameter are here to do the quality. So machine 1, what will be the board bursting, the ECT. So from here we can do the parameter, the quality. So any problem in the machine center card and the work center card?
No, everything is good.
So in the queues, you can check all the details, which is all production related. So our agenda was to cover the topics: item master, which is not required, manufacturing setup, work center, machine center. We told you to how to generate calendar by choosing the work days and the holidays, the routing templates and the routing. So I think each and every agenda is completed for today. If you have any problem, if you want to know, if you want me to explain it once more, I can do it.
يعني Mr. Isha, thank you for your cooperation and your effort. يعني for us, everything is clear, but we need all the missing data that we talk about. We will discuss now with Shruti after this meeting.
Yes, Mr. Raj, I will share you the another link, and then I will share you the another database where we are setting the real time. I mean the setups. So I will connect with you with another link.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So thank you, Mr. Rishab, and
Thank you,
thank
sir.
everybody. Yes, please.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Anand, do you need anything? Oh,